Althar review.
Welcome. So, where we last left off. Entering the Shatter, once again, you sought out the home of Ludra, this time finding the abode cold and empty. You then navigated the lingering arcane energy that was present in the crater, where the devastation had hit all those years ago, as you approached the broken entrance to the catacombs. You briefly investigated a ruined blacksmith shop, where you discovered a hatch leading down to a magically locked door, which you pondered on briefly before deciding to enter the catacombs. There, you eventually happened upon a mass grave, hello Len, where a wraith had made its home amongst the corpses, occasionally resurrecting them as undead. And as a unit, you launched an attack against it. During the battle, Sigurd discovered a terrified Ludra hiding inside a coffin, with a much fresher, reanimated corpse nearby, resembling, strangely, the mage who had attacked the Dawn's Rest just days before. The Wraith was doused. The Wraith was doused in holy water and finished with an eldritch blast from Sigurd. And the undead controlled by the Wraith began to crumble and fall. The fresher-looking zombie amongst them. Ludra wept over the now lifeless body of the mage, who she revealed to have been her father. But the body was not clad in a mage's robes, as it had been when attacking Dawn's Rest, but instead in survival gear, typical of someone living in the Shatter. And upon close inspection, you also realised this body had been dead for nearly a week. Ismir comforted Ludra and performed a short funeral rite of the body before you returned to the surface, going back to the blacksmith shop and eventually getting the door open to discover inside a cellar filled with barrels of alchemist's fire. But despite your efforts to convince her to accompany you out of the Shatter, Ludra took her leave and promised that she would move to a new location as soon as possible. And that is where we now find ourselves. With you now traversing the broken streets of the Shatter, with only these quivering husks of the undead that did remain. Some of them still clinging to some semblance of this half-life that they have. Okay, so your route through the Shatter to get back to the gate it's fairly easy now, with the fairly certain knowledge that there aren't really many undead to dodge. You see one or two still shambling a little bit, but most of them are now, the ones that haven't just outright died, are huddled in these kind of fetal positions wherever they may have been. It's quiet, like eerily so. There isn't that occasional shuffle and groan that you would have heard as you were coming through here before. But eventually you find your way back to the gate.
Okie doke. I don't think they heard me. Maybe you have to do it louder. Open the door!
Okay, I'm coming! Open the door. So the voice of the female guard who you spoke to the day before. You hear the deadbolt slide out of place and the gate begins to swing open, and she stands on the other side and just stands out of the way.
I swear that
gave up?
Right, no.
Or
The problem is solved.
really?
Hold on.
She kind of looks over your shoulders into the...
Well,
Okay, well,
I think so, yes.
hurry on through. She just kind of ushers you through the gate and then sets about closing it. On the other side, you hear it kind of close up and the deadbolt go back into place. She kind of turns around towards you, says, "Well, if that's true, then you've done what many others haven't been able to, so well done."
Well, I suppose we'd best get on and let Judicial Barrios know we've finished the job.
Go to the guard.
Okay.
Has he ever come down to look at this problem himself?
Yes, once or twice. Yes, he has at least observed.
Good.
Has he been inside?
Yes, however briefly. Well, only once that I saw, but from what I've heard, it's been a few times at least.
Maybe we'll have to bring him back to prove it to him if he doesn't believe us.
Perhaps.
I'm sure if you go over there claiming that you've cleared out all the undead in the Shatter, there will be people sent to affirm that truth.
There are a couple of stragglers, but the bulk of the issue is dealt with. There won't be any new ones, and the ones that are still kicking about, and they probably won't be for much longer.
So
Let's go and let's just go and chat with the Briars.
To the civic board.
Well, yeah, keep up the good work, and perhaps we'll see you in a bit.
Very well.
Gonna turn and head off
Okay.
in the direction of Triumvirate Square.
Very good. So you make a beeline to the civic ward. Traipsing through the city streets. It's a chilly day, and there are a fair number of people around, especially as you make your way through the docklands. But follow your way up the river and again towards the civic ward, approaching the south gate and the south bridge. You're heading back through, following the road along between the buildings to Triumvirate Square. And to find the gates at the front of the assembly hall being closed, locked, and guarded this current period of time. I'm assuming you head up to the guards at the front.
I imagine so.
They kind of like stand and look at you as you come.
Here to see Judicia Briars.
Access to assembly hall is closed to the public due to recent events. Is there a message I can take for you?
Yeah, sure. He sent us on a job to go clear out the Shatter, and we've done that.
Very well. Okay, wait there. And he turns and the gate is open for him and he heads inside.
I'm assuming this is in retaliation to yesterday's events.
I imagine so. They showed force, perhaps.
I feel
Or just a necessary precaution.
You wait for a few more minutes. A little bit of time does pass, and you start to get a little bit impatient. But eventually, you see the door to the assembly hall open once more, and the same guard begins to make his way down the steps towards you. This time from the other side of the gate, he stands and nods his head and says, "Okay, spoken to the Judicia. Once your claim's been verified, your reward will be delivered to you. Where are you staying?"
At present, it's a polished goblet.
I don't want to stay there another night. It's really expensive.
But we have
It's
more
really
money.
expensive.
Okay, well, is there somewhere that we can take down to know where to?
Yeah, sure. And I just give him my address.
Very well. Reward will be delivered upon verification.
I assume it's top of his list.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I doubt it.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Alright.
Alright, anything else I can do for you?
No, I think that's alright.
I think that's that.
Quite fun.
Okay. Have a lovely rest of your day.
And you.
So much.
So,
What's on the to-do list?
That a job well done. We could celebrate with a meal and some drinks. We have some time until I need to travel to Kildren.
Is that where you're off next? Is it
I
Kildare?
believe so. Yes. Well, that depends entirely on if we are allowed to leave the city.
Oh,
I think we are still pending investigation.
in the nicest way, I'll be leaving the city as soon as possible. So,
Well, more power to you.
don't I
If you are able to leave the city without being noticed, then by all means.
I feel cramped, and it's quite hard to leave the city unnoticed when you're me, because I'm rather tall
massive.
Yes.
made of emeralds.
You
so
are in
I'm
fact
quite
quite
stand
shiny.
out, so.
Yes.
And is it sunny?
It's a cloudy day.
All right, good. Well,
We are in Althar.
no, that's nice because when it is sunny, I tend to like sparkle a little bit. It's a very uncomfortable thing.
Anyway, we could return to the polished goblet. I'm not opposed to it, if only for food, perhaps not to stay. Or if you would prefer to go elsewhere, then...
Wouldn't mind seeing some of the sights. What else we got?
Well, we do not have a museum anymore.
What other?
No, I don't mean tourist
What
attractions.
other-
I mean other places to eat.
What other
No,
establishments
it's a place
of dubious repute might I know of that I can tell them is all great?
Now's the pleasure district again.
The Iron Ring Tavern
Oh,
Of
yes.
course.
which is in the trades ward. It is a it's got a fight pit. That's the like that's the attraction of it. It has a fight pit.
Oh, do you know what? That sounds great. Let's go and watch some fighting.
Perhaps some entertainment.
Bit of rough and tumble.
Very
mean-
Love it.
good.
I mean,
Wait, is it an
Let's go.
evening occurrence, or do they do it throughout the day as well?
I don't know.
let's go. There's only one way to find out.
All right then.
If you fancy leading the way, Sigurd.
Yeah. Show us.
Yeah, follow me.
us
I'll show
to
you
the
where it's
Iron
at.
Ring. Sounds good.
You turn and begin to walk towards the north bridge from the civic ward, and as you turn your back, you hear from behind you just a "wait!" And it's the voice of the guard who you spoke to just a few moments ago, just making his way across the square towards you.
Yep. Hello?
He comes over and stops and says, sorry, glad I caught you. The senator asked where you're frequenting this
Oh.
evening.
Well, I intend on staying at the Polish Carpet still.
Well, we're going to be at the Iron Ring for a while. Probably watching a few scraps by the sounds of it. It sounds fantastic, I've got to be honest. Can't wait. But then, yeah, I guess back to that place.
Okay, that was it.
Oh, alright.
Alright, great. Well,
Very well.
She's welcome to join us at the Iron Ring if she would so desire.
She is a busy woman, so...
Oh, that's fair enough. There's a- Hey, I was being polite.
She
Yeah,
probably just
attitude.
wants to cross the T's and dot the I's. That's all.
I assume this is to do with the whole shatter business.
I imagine so too.
potentially.
Yeah, I presume so.
Alright. Okay, well, sorry, that was it. Glad I caught you. Anyway,
That's alright.
Bye.
kind of gives you a wave and then makes his way back to
Oh, well.
the hall.
I reckon she's one of the fighters.
No, I don't think she is.
Oh, each to their own.
Hey, but you could be.
No, she.
I
Imagine that.
get my head kicked in.
Imagine that little
What
guy.
criticise me?
Little guy, fiery hands. I quite like a scrap though. So
I'll take
genuinely, do you get paid if you win?
There's usually a
reward.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll see what it's looking like first, but I might get
Do you
involved. I might
reckon?
get in the pit.
Tag team champions.
As
Was
we're
it?
making our
Tag
way,
team champions.
You want to join in?
Uh,
Me and you.
cast guidance on
Okay,
myself.
don't set me on fire.
I'll try not to.
Just keep an eye out for anyone following us or anyone sort of suspicious sticking to our tail.
Okay, let's give me a perception check.
Of course, it's a 1. Why wouldn't it be a 1? Plus, I think that's a 12.
As you...
No, 13.
It's a busy day. There are a lot of people around. You know, you sort of catch people of all walks of life. People who look noble in these kind of like fancy clothes. People who are clearly merchants. A few beggars on the street corner. So you pass like a kind of like middle-aged woman who's pushing a pram. But nothing really stands out as being overly suspicious. Not like anyone is tailing you or anything like that. Nothing jumps out.
Cool.
You okay?
Yeah, just being cautious.
Understandable.
I'm guessing you can tell how far you are from the Iron Ring due to the exponential increase in sausage on a stick vendors.
You do pass a few sausage on a stick vendors. There are a fair few of them, but eventually come around a corner to a crooked building stood on a street corner. The exterior a patchwork of weather-beaten timber and cracked stone. There is a sign which hangs above the door that is just a large, like, wrought iron circle, which is badly rusted and just kind of like swings back and forth above the doorway. It seems to be kind of picking up. The atmosphere is rowdy, to say the least. The windows have no glass in them. They are just kind of like banded like iron grids across the outside. But there's a few people who are kind of like spilling out. There you see there's someone sat on the corner with their kind of like feet in a puddle who's just swigging on some sort of concoction from a large tankard and like humming slowly to himself. And as you approach, he kind of looks up and smiles at you, and you see he's got about 3 teeth in total.
Excellent. Yes.
Sigurd, you always take us to the finest places.
No, this is awesome. Look at it. Look at it.
I am looking at it.
Look at it. Look at this guy. He's clearly been in a few scraps. How many scraps have you been in today?
I think about 23.
23 scraps.
Up scraps.
Yeah.
3.
Oh, right, only
Oh,
three.
I say it's like 2 o'clock. What did he say?
He just
How
takes
many-
another big like swig on his tank.
How many teeth did you have at the start of the day?
Those 1, 2, 4.
Alright, you got 3 now.
Pick a card.
Oh, great.
Oh, thank you. And he just like reaches for the
No,
whole hand.
just one.
What?
Just one.
What am I supposed to do with this one?
Look at it and don't tell me.
Oh, alright, okay. He takes it and like you see his eyes kind of like cross in the middle as he like
I got
looks at this
this.
card.
I got this.
Yeah, alright.
Thank you.
Oh. Alright, well, you thought that was mine.
Hold it. Hold these.
You could tell him it was any card
I
in
just
the
slap the
deck.
card out of your hands.
Make a card trick check.
Thank you. 15.
Alright, and you slap them to the ground.
Oh, now's I am ready.
He's holding a single card.
Is that your card?
It might be.
Ta-da.
You're insane. Alright.
Can't
you.
keep this.
Yeah, I like one. Yeah.
Alright, he just puts it inside his like waistcoat pocket.
Do you know
and,
what?
like
I don't
swigs
want
again.
diseases.
I tell you what, for the sake of just needing to nip this in the bud, can you go on? I'll pick a card. All right, come on.
I have to pick my clothes off the mud. Just wipe them in my shirt.
All right, come on.
Pick a card.
All right, this is exciting. Right, okay. Okay.
Don't tell me.
Well, now I know you have to watch her do it now a few times.
Whoa.
All right, cool.
Go back.
All right, there we go.
Shuffle the cards. Shuffle the cards. Hold them
Hold what? The
between
full.
your thumb and your finger
All
like
right,
this.
okay.
Slap her out again. Shit. 7. Is that your card?
I'm sorry to say, mate, it isn't. And I'm not having you on. It's genuinely not.
I think
That's
so
a
far
shame.
we're
I think that is 4 for 4.
I think I'm going to have to pick
4
up
for
all
4.
the cards
Well, I mean,
besides this
one of them was
one.
inconclusive.
Pick up that card.
What,
I
why am I
suppose,
pick?
yeah.
The only one left on the floor. Pick
Oh,
it
is
up.
it? Oh, it's a double trick, is it? All right. Okay. All right.
13.
Oh, there it is. Oh, well done, Blaine. That's really good, mate. Well done.
Ta-da.
There we go. Good job.
Look, even Seagull.
Excellent. Well done.
It's me. Thanks.
There's the double whammy.
Oh, wow. See,
Well,
you sure had me.
given that we all met in a situation where, well, Blink and I were gambling. Are we all gambling men? Gamblers?
Oh, I've
Bit of
I
gambling?
whooped
Yeah,
everyone in
that
that game.
Yeah, you did.
I was so good at
You're
that.
not. No. Well, colour me surprised.
Shall we enter the establishment and
I'll see you first. See what the competition is.
Head in. And
I really think because I got into a fight once with a rather well, it was a Goliath with one leg, and I thought, do you know what, this is going to be easy. Turns out, wasn't easy. All right.
yeah.
Did he actually have one leg?
He did. He only had one leg, but he still had both his incredibly large arms.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
To head into the iron ring. And
Okay.
Devil's in the-
walk up to
So-
the bar.
You step inside. The room is dim and thick with this like acrid kind of smoky tang of like the smoke from the fire, spilled ale which is starting to go stale on the ground, and the scent of like tallow candles which burn in brackets on the walls, leaving these kind of like thick, like smoky, like trails of soot up the walls. The walls themselves are adorned with various battered old shields. There are a great number of them which have just kind of like strewn about the place in this haphazard. There's no pattern to it. They've kind of just fit them in wherever they can go. Like there's a small gap. You've got like a little buckler shield and then a large kite shield above it, and they just kind of decorate the entire thing.
He's still there.
Looking. Next to the bar, on the left-hand side, there is a large arched entryway with a big, like, heavy curtain in front of it.
It's him with the hand that
Yeah.
gets me.
We're watching tennis. But there's a lot of people inside, and you have to kind of like push your way through to get to the bar. But you eventually find your way there. It's an old wooden bar that has been chipped and cut by various knives and other such implements that have been stabbed into it over the years. You can actually see there is a table nearby with a couple of knives which are just stuck into it, and there are two young-ish men on either side of the table who are clearly very, very drunk, who are taking it in turns to throw the knife into the air and just see where it comes down.
The kids are still playing knife throw, I see.
What are they doing? What on earth?
And you say I take us to establishments of ill repute.
But you stand at the bar, you wave over to get the barman's attention, and eventually, after dealing with a couple of patrons on the other side, starts to make his way down towards you. He's a very weedy-looking guy, kind of like long grey hair. He kind of like makes his way over. He's like, "Oh, I'm coming. What can I get you?"
Sick, tankard of ale, please.
Alright.
Make it a round of ales.
A round of ales. Okay, 5 hours coming up.
Wait a minute, I bet you got grog.
I've got grog, yeah, I've got grog.
I'll have grog, please.
Got 4 hours no grog? Any objections to that?
Two grog.
Right, okay.
Grog.
More grogs? 2 ales and 3 grogs.
2 ales and 3 grog, sounds
Oh,
great.
you're making this awfully complicated. And he starts like hobbling over to the back, starts pouring out these
Grog
drinks.
over ale.
I don't know what grog
It is because everyone else was saying it.
For me, it reminds me of home.
It is the sailor's drink.
I live on a boat, mate.
You watch as the
Grog?
3 tankards at the back, he pours
Over
like
ale?
a tot of rum into
I
each
think
one,
gives me a nose one.
and then picks up a pitcher of like dirty water and just tops each one up,
Look,
and then just
you
slides them
don't
across
get
the bar
it. It's-
towards you. Copper piece
You need
each.
stronger stuff, especially
I
Vrausen.
slide 5 copper pieces across.
This is more the normal thing in Vrausen.
Barkeep, who's fighting tonight?
Well, anyone who wants to, really. It's a free-for-all tonight.
Do they do tag teams?
What? No, it's 1v1, and the way it works is you go in, and you hit the other guy until he falls over. And then,
Does it seem to make sense?
if you win, then everyone who bet on you gets some money. If you lose, you get knocked out.
Yeah, but what do you win
If you win.
if you win?
Oh, it depends how much you bet on yourself.
I have to bet on yourself.
Eh?
Alright.
That's how the free-for-all works, anyway. No, we don't get our pros in till the end of the week. But that's really something. It is. They knock lumps out of each other. But no, free-for-all. It's anyone's game. If you want to sign up, and he points at a chalkboard at the back of the room next to the door.
Back in a minute.
I'm
Yeah, but why not?
gambling man myself.
He's going to die.
As you.
I'm already wandering to the chalkboard.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow behind you. I'll wait for you to write your name.
And then you try to turn around and I'm like, a piece? Because I can't reach the chalkboard.
Oh, yeah, I don't really. Alright. Lift him up.
Is anyone else signing up, or is it just you two?
Oh no, I've just realised the mistake that I've made.
I'm not signed up.
Kick lumps into
Oh,
you.
you two. Yeah.
We make our own fun.
I head over to the barkeep and I say, "Hey, barkeep, can I just really quickly, can I put a green drink behind the bar for the little one? He's gonna need it later."
Oh, aye. And he just like holds up a bottle of this putrid-looking green liquid. Yeah, nobody asks for this stuff anymore. You know, it's not as popular as it used to be back in the day. But,
Yeah, it's just just good for numbing pain.
Are there any other sign-ups at the moment?
there are 6 other names on the board, and they seem to be arranged in a tournament bracket kind of style. So yeah, there are a few other names on there. Couple of ground rules, okay, before we just for those of you you two, yeah.
Yes.
Right, okay. No weapons, obviously. No armour, right? Bare chest if you're so inclined. No magic, obviously. This is a brawl. You know, we want to see some.
I told you that when we were walking over.
You could have
We
probably
want to see some
assumed
swinging.
such a thing.
We want to see some
It's about
kicking.
not to fight.
Biting's allowed, but discouraged. But allowed. If you draw blood, just try and get some of it on your face and give it a bit of that. You know, the crowd, they love it. And the more they love it, the drunker they get, the more drinks they buy.
Do you want one to match?
Really, we're doing each other a favour here.
Is the kitchen open?
Well, we've got, the usuals.
What would that be?
Bit of this, bit of that.
Can we bring sausages on sticks in here?
I don't see why not.
Alright, great. I take my ale and go find somewhere to sit down.
Okay. you head off and find a table. It seems to be made of like an old, like looks like half of like a mill wheel. It's huge, and there's numerous other people sat on the other side of it. But you've kind of found like a section of it to yourself. There's a big iron like ring chandelier hanging above it. I say chandelier, it's a big piece of wrought iron with a load of candles that have been stuck in it, which are dripping wax down onto the table. But yeah, you grab yourself some seats and pull up some chairs.
I'm gonna, as they go and sit down, I'm gonna stick around with the bartender. Right, look, slight issue. Armour doesn't come off. Well, I'll make a deal with you. I keep my armour, they can use weapons.
That's interesting.
And I won't use weapons.
That's interesting. So only if they're fighting you.
Only if they fight me.
Okay. That's a crowd draw. That's a crowd draw as well. Yeah.
Right. So I keep my armour, they keep their weapons.
Yeah. Make a persuasion check.
That's not great. 6.
Yeah, sounds good. That sounds good. If anyone dies, though, you happy to take full liability for that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay. Yeah, I don't see why not.
Good. Alright, cheers.
Yeah.
Oh, can I get another grog?
Oh, alright. I mean, pause when I hands it to you. Copper.
Yeah, sure. Now, can you break this silver?
Yeah, I suppose.
Sorry, if it was like another round. Actually, boys, do you need another drink?
I'm okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
I can be double parked.
No.
Alright, cool. Just double. I'll tell you what, if I give you this silver, can we just come up and get another drink? If that's alright.
Yeah, you can have another round for the silver, right?
Alright, cool.
Chucks it
Cheers.
into the coin box at the back.
Alright.
So, well done today, gentlemen.
It was a good job well done, wasn't it?
Job well done.
Prevailed against disgusting odds.
Hope Lutra's okay though.
Yeah, she is resourceful.
I'm sure she'll be alright.
Yeah.
She's less threatened now than she was before.
Exactly.
By the dead, at least. But I do fear that whoever is responsible for the death of her father will be looking to clean up loose ends.
I mean, your dad was a bit of a naughty boy, though, wasn't he? So
I don't think he was.
Was he?
I don't know.
Well,
Yeah, because we watched him burn an entire place to the ground.
or did we? Because I stuck around and had a quick look at that body in that mass grave. And that fella had been dead for about a week.
Ah, that doesn't line up.
It does not line up at all.
So there's no possible way that he could have been alive and well in the Dawn's Rest 2 days ago.
So that backs up your claims that maybe it's someone who can change their form. Right?
Well, he's the perfect form to change to. He's a nobody. Nobody knows he exists. He's
Some kind of either magical disguise or practical.
and that would make sense as
There
to
are
why
very
we
skilled
saw.
people in the world who can make themselves look like other people.
And then obviously we saw the girl at the. All right, this is some sort of ploy, isn't it? This is what it seems like.
I don't know why they are using their guises in particular.
Not sure.
faced people are untraceable, right?
True, but why choose a face at all?
I guess.
Could have been a masked somebody.
Unless they came from the shadow, which meant they could have seen him.
Maybe
I
they
don't know.
knew who they looked like.
Possibly.
I suppose, changing your shape like that is a mask in a certain sense, isn't it?
I suppose
Yeah,
so.
for sure. Different kind of mask, but yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, completely different kind of mask, but masks nonetheless.
Perhaps it is just beyond us now. Or if we are being asked after by the senator again, she might wish to speak with us. If that guard was asking for her sake.
Yeah. Oh, we'll just wait and see, innit? Hopefully we get paid soon. And
That we will.
As you say that, you hear ding 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 from like a bell at the side, and you can see the barman is stood there, like ringing this bell that's hanging from the ceiling
He
behind
is
the bar.
so eager to get pasted.
And as that happens, everybody who is sat down stands up, like in one go, and begin making their way to the back. This black curtain, which is over the entryway, is pulled to one side, and people begin filing into this back room. There's a few short steps which go down, and it then opens up into this big kind of round stone room. So as you enter, directly on your right hand side, there's a low table behind which there is a a kind of a youngish man sat, who's kind of like taking coin from people and noting things down, and like looking at each person as they come in and having short conversations with each one. A bit of a queue forms, and you kind of get your place in it. And after a few minutes pass, you end up making your way to the front, and he kind of looks up and says, "Yes, who are you betting on?"
Blink!
Blink. Very well. Blink, and how much for the first round?
1 silver.
1 silver. On a victory, your silver will be doubled. So takes the silver piece from you.
Are they 2 odds across the board?
At the moment, yes.
Okay, well.
Until we see everyone's metal.
Do you need a name? Do you need a name?
What's a name for the
better.
You are Blink, aren't you? I saw you write your name on the board.
Damn it. And I'm going to run off.
You're allowed to bet on yourself.
I was going to put Ismay down.
Oh, okay.
I was so confident
Good
about
evening.
winning out
Hello.
to a nice deed.
It's kind of like looking up at you.
You
Like,
could just give me money if you want.
I guess I'll put 1 gold down on myself.
very well. Your name was
Iago, little man.
1 gold. Anyone else?
No, thank you.
No?
I heard Ismay about.
No faith
Oh,
in
wait.
your friends, I see.
I'll wait
very
out
well.
the first round and see how we go.
Okay, very well, very well.
Is this a
please
round-based system?
move along now, then.
Yep, it
Many more
is.
people in the queue, thank you. And you
I don't mind.
start press on through. So the outside of this ring is basically a big circular kind of platform with a wooden railing around it, and there is a drop. It's about 10 feet to like a sawdust-laden floor down below. And you kind of like push your way through into this area. Everyone's crammed into it to look down on this pit. There's like a kind of booth pen thing on the opposite side of the room, and there's a few people gathered over there who seem to be stretching, warming up, otherwise prepping themselves. So, Blink, Iago, you assume that is where you need to go.
Oh, that's it.
Alright.
Who's the biggest guy and who's the smallest guy?
The biggest guy you see is a half-orc, big, kind of hulking figure. He's not wearing a shirt. He's towering over most of the others. He's got kind of dull green skin, and he is covered in scars across the chest. Kind of like dark hair, which is pulled back in a braid, which goes all the way down his back, and it ends just below his kind of tailbone. And he's not making any effort to warm himself up or, stretch or anything. He's just stood there observing everybody else. But he stands out.
And who's the smallest in the group?
The smallest, you don't notice her at first, but then as your eyes are kind of like looking over, you see this kind of shape move out from behind one of the others. This small, very lithe-looking tiefling, kind of almost like violet-coloured skin, very skinny, with very sharp-looking horns which come up and curl around like that. Seems to be dressed in kind of very, very basic, like almost like a toga wrap kind of garment. And she is kind of like just giving it a bit of a limber up kind of thing as she's looking across the other opponents.
I will head to the betting thing then.
Okay.
That's right. Who is the purple tiefling fighting first?
That's Vesra.
That's
The serpent, as she likes to be called.
Who is she fighting first? Oh no, it's a free for all, is it?
At the moment, she has been paired with, and he looks at his paper. Fiera, who is that fellow there, and points to this kind of very like broody-looking, kind of middle-aged guy who's got like ruddy brown hair, who's just kind of like looking around and like picking at his fingernails, looking a bit nervous.
Okay, and who's the big half-orc you're orc with?
That is... Looks at his paper again. That is Kraegor, I believe his name is.
Kraegor, okay. Who's he fighting?
He is paired with Blink, I believe.
Okay. 10 gold on Vesra and 10 gold on Kraegor.
Very well.
So much for doing a good
That
deed.
is the biggest bet we've had in a while, but there we go. So you head to the back of the room and kind of start to mingle with the other contestants. Blink as you walk in. This big half-orc who's leaning against the back wall just... He just doubles over with laughter.
I walk up to him, just touch him, and
Yes, little man.
do you want to put on a show?
What kind of show?
I've put a bet on. If I win, you can have all my winnings. Just follow my lead. Just follow my lead.
How much did you bet?
I bet 10 gold.
10 gold.
I did, yeah. They said it was the highest bet.
Make a deception check.
16. Just follow my lead, okay? Just trust me. This will be really cool. Get the crowd riled up.
Go to the totals to how much?
100 gold if I win.
Make a deception check.
Jesus.
12.
Oh no, that's not right. That's not right.
To be honest, look at me. I'm really bad at maths. I'm terrible. But
It's more than 10 though.
honestly, I don't really care about winning the competition. I'm here to put on a show, and I think it would be really cool. The little guy beating the big guy, like David, and some tall race, maybe a Goliath.
He stands up and looks around. Make a persuasion check for me.
Jesus fucking Christ!
Charisma class.
8.
I like gold, little man,
Me too.
but Gregor has a reputation. And he claps you on the shoulder.
Ow!
See you in the pit. And he stands up and chuckles and looks back over his shoulder at you and begins to wander off the other way.
Can you imagine how cool it would be if we could travel the country and make gold off pretending to fight? We could start our own business.
Am I sat in the same area?
Yeah, you are. You've witnessed all of this. I'm assuming you came
all
with
witnessed all of this? Are we all...
I'm finding a nice seat midway up the crowd.
Yeah, I guess so.
We could call it
You can see both sides of the ring here, so if there's...
Gregor. We could call it AWE. Althar Wrestling Entertainment.
He's just walked off and is just kind of chuckling to himself.
Did you just try
I think so.
It's entertainment. It's what I know.
Iago feel just a presence behind you, and you just kind of look over your shoulder at instinct. Stood behind you is a looks to be a half elven woman, blonde hair which is kind of pulled back in a ponytail, a few loose strands hanging around her face. She's got a little bit of a healed scar kind of going up one side of her face, just a kind of faint one, piercing blue eyes, and she looks at you. Hello. I've been told that I'm allowed to use weapons in our match. Is that...
Oh, am I fighting you?
Yes, Thelina.
Felina, nice to meet you. Iago. Yeah,
Iago.
but the armour stays on.
I see. And you're not using weapons?
No.
Interesting.
Is that alright?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay, cool. Go easy on me. Just give it a little wink.
Nods. Walks off. That was Thalina, by the way, not
Felina.
Yeah, Thalina.
Saline.
Right, Blink. That guy's going to literally kill you. You know that, don't you? He's going to kill you.
Got him in the palm of my hand.
Do you reckon? He didn't look like it. He said he's got a reputation to uphold.
It was part of the show. Do you not get it?
No, I don't.
Exactly. It's all an illusion.
Alright, okay, fair enough.
Business.
So is the bit where you're getting your haggard corpse dragged around this ring also part of the show?
Yes.
Alright, excellent, cool.
You hear the bell ringing.
Are you serious, dude?
The door's open.
Come on.
And stepping into the ring, you see the barkeep stands there and puts his hands up as people start cheering and shouting, and he kind of calms everyone down and stands down. All right, free for all begins now. First round, we have got Vestra versus, and there's a second where he kind of stops. Sorry, the Serpents versus Fiera. Down you come. And this like lithe, like indigo-skinned tiefling begins to make her way down, as does this kind of like ruddy-haired human middle-aged man. And immediately everyone cheers, and then the bell rings once more. And let's see how they
What did
do.
you say? The serpent. Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
I wish I'd come up with a little nickname for myself now.
Is it dragon, maybe?
So Fiera begins to make his way kind of like blusteringly towards this small tiefling girl, and he pulls back his fist into a punch, and she turns and swings her leg under him, sweeps his legs, and he just onto the ground, and she kicks into the side of his head, and he's knocked out
Nothing
straight
personal.
away.
Where's the ring announcer at this point?
Okay, right. Well,
Like off to the side, he's kind of gone up one of the little bits of steps, and he's kind of like stood there watching. And as soon as that happens, there's like an eruption of applause, and he runs down and like holds up Fiera's arm and looks at him. He's like, "Round one knockout!" And then like puts his hand over to this tiefling girl, and everyone erupts in
Was the
cheers.
bet per round, or was it for the entire win?
That was for the first round.
I'm going to get my winnings.
Ismir, you make your way to the collection desk, and you collect the 20 gold.
fucking hell.
You're there owed for that.
Thus bankrupting the Iron Ring, and they never opened again.
Now, Chet, there's another round, another match to go.
Okay. The next round follows quickly after with two human men fighting. One of them is a fairly elderly-looking fellow, relatively so. But he looks like he's probably been doing this for years. He's got a broken nose. He's got a black eye.
Cauliflower ear. Has he got a
Cauliflower ear. Like he's probably like old hat at this. So let's see. Okay. Round one passes. They seem to be fairly evenly matched. The old man takes a couple of hits and then gets a good like elbow up into the nose of the other one, clearly breaking it, and it starts spewing blood down the front. And then the other man gets like rabid and starts swinging at him with fury.
And it came bounding over.
And the old man again gets another hit on him. Not enough to knock him out, but again comes in, goes for a gut punch. This guy doubles over. Ooh. And as he's about to try and finish him with an elbow to the back of the head, he comes over, runs at him, just like rugby tackles him to the ground. They drag along the sawdust. Everyone erupts into cheering once more, and the old man flips him over to the face, and he like puts his hands up, and then loses consciousness on the ground. And the old man is declared the victor. The barman runs back in and holds up his fist to the air, and he says, "Yoren with another victory! Yes, thank you. No one saw that coming. Alright, next round. That is Blink and Kragor!
Let's go.
I sink my 1 point, put it in front of me, and just get the other one.
I'm going to run over to
Right, here we go.
announcer really quick.
Okay.
Blink, the former AWE champion.
Blink the former AWE champion. Is that true?
Yeah, it's business.
Okay, it's Blink the former AWB champion.
Woo! It's me! But yeah.
Alright.
He doesn't understand by declaring himself a former champion. That means he's openly declaring that he's lost.
He's lost and
Yeah.
no longer the best. Yeah.
But it's a compliment.
He looks at you and looks up at this half orc. Alright, it's going to be a quick one. Just taps you on the shoulder as he goes.
How many seconds do you think, Sigurd?
He's little, so I'll give him. I think he's going to give the guy a run for his money in terms of
Small. He might evade a few blows.
dipping around, but
The bell rings for the first round.
I look at him, and immediately,
He just like looks down on you and starts walking towards you. So, round one. Blink. You can choose to use either strength or dexterity, so athletics or acrobatics as your fighting style. That is up to you.
Ooh, I think I'll go with dexterity.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Smart.
So, a critical hit, or beating the opponent's roll by 5 points or more, is a possible knockout.
Okay.
And the loser will make a constitution check to avoid being rendered unconscious.
Hell yeah.
A knockout is an instant lose, otherwise it is the best of 5 rounds. Could you give me either an athletics or an acrobatics roll? It is up to you. Oh no.
Halfling luck.
Oh yeah, shit.
Oh, okay.
Just okay, another one.
Oh, okay.
17.
17.
I'm pelting it the other way, by the way.
Okay, so you start to run the other direction as this guy just like boom, 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 comes up behind you and swings a fist at the back of your head, which makes contact. Your vision just goes white for a second, and you are face down in the sawdust as the crowd begins
Ow.
cheering. That is 1 round.
Is it worth mentioning that he probably still has mage armor?
I'm going to let you add a d4 to your roll.
Oh,
Your mage armor.
A D4.
With a d4, does that...
19.
Still not enough.
How tall's the
God, that's
edge of
not
the
knockout,
arena?
isn't
What's that?
It's an instant knockout.
Huh? It could be. So, no, with a 19, it's not an instant knockout, no.
How tall is the edge of the arena?
About 10 foot up.
Jesus Christ. Okay, never mind then.
So, second round comes in. Right, between rounds is up to you. If you want to try and hype the crowd, or in any way cheat to try and gain an advantage on your next roll, then you're going to have to make a check for it. However, cheating will come with consequences if you are caught. So it's up to you if you want to do anything in between these rounds now to try and give yourself an advantage.
No, I'm gonna sell this.
Okay.
I'm gonna get her up. This way. Oh, really flipping out that did, guys.
This guy's just like, ha 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 ha, to the crowd as everyone is cheering. And the next round, could you make
I'm
your...
gonna pelter at him now.
Okay, you run towards him and give me your athletics or acrobatics roll.
Oh my god, man.
I'm a D4.
Oh, that's pretty good. Okay.
It's pretty good.
Oh!
19 again.
Okay. How do you want to land the hit on him?
I'm gonna go through his legs and pull his legs from underneath him, so he goes face first into the floor.
Okay, very nice. You just run, and as he's like showboat into the crowd, you run in, grab his legs, and boom, his chin just onto the floor. And you take that round.
I'm gonna get up and just go.
That is 1-1 currently. Okay, he like turns over, and you can see he's been, like his chin is split where it's hit the ground.
No.
And he goes up and he's going to swing a fist towards you. Anything you want to do in between the rounds? There's no cheating, or are you playing it straight?
I'm putting it straight.
Okay, cool. Give me your next. Give me your next roll, please.
I try and, I guess, jump over the fist.
Okay. He swings up and over at you.
17.
17 dirty 20.
Oh.
Sorry.
It's not +5, that's the good part.
He
Takes the
swings
third
over,
round.
and as you try and jump over the fist, he clips you like in the leg and just sends you spiraling through the air. You into the sawdust. He pulls himself up,
This is painful
wipes
to watch.
the blood off his chin. And he's gone from thinking this is funny to now being incredibly pissed off.
He's
Seeing this, can I
definitely putting on a
can I
show.
do something?
What would you like to do?
I would like,
Okay.
so Blink will hear in his head, right, follow my lead.
Okay.
And I want to try coaching him through this. Because I have got the Tavern Brawler feet. The Tavern Brawler, yeah. So I got with my sailor feet.
Okay.
And I want to see if I can maybe roll something to help maybe give him advantage.
Okay. Let's go for Iago. If in Blink's head you're going to start coaching him through this next move, let's go for a persuasion check. That seems appropriate.
While he's talking in my head, I'm on the floor. I'm pretending I'm out.
Okay.
And then I'll go,
Let's go for a persuasion
Right,
check.
grab his nipple, twist.
damn it, you knew the plan!
And because of your... Are you proficient in persuasion?
No.
No, I'll let you add your proficiency bonus for the feat. as well, as you're not persuading so much as just trying to talk him through it. If you want to add your proficiency bonus as well, you can.
Okay, cool. He's not going to listen to me when I first start, I'll tell you that. 5. Oh dear.
Okay.
Blink, alright, listen to me.
Shut up!
Blink, this guy comes up behind you and is going to try and grab you by the back of the shirt and throw you, but could you make your next roll, please?
No. 18.
No one takes that round.
Oh!
So I was going to say reroll, but no. He grabs the back of your shirt and you just kind of slip down through his fingers.
I'm not wearing a shirt anymore.
Yeah. You slip out of the shirt, land in the sawdust, and kind of scarper away. He kind of like chucks the shirt to one side, get back, and like runs towards you. Make an next roll.
Will you fucking listen to me?
Here we go.
That's a good idea.
Yep.
And could you make a persuasion check before you roll?
14?
Wait, is that with your proficiency as well?
Yeah.
Yeah? I'm going to say that's enough to give you an advantage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, go to...
what you needed.
Right, he's angry, but he's weighing more so on his right, so you go for his left.
Oh. Thank you, Thoughts. That counts. 19.
Oh! Okay. So, as he is running towards you now, you slip, and how do you want to get the hit on him?
Hey!
Also, like, football slide tackle his... What was it, his right leg?
You go for his left, yeah.
Slide tackle his left leg, so he's down on his knee.
Okay, cool. So the leg comes out from under him. He goes down to the ground. He cries out in pain as his knee has just hit the ground with considerable force. And that takes us into what could be the final round. As it is currently 2-2, so to take best of 5.
I'm just gonna go. I wrap my arm around his head.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try a DDT. Drop him on his head.
Are you continuing with your effort?
I want you... I mean... You're not letting him get up, are you?
No.
You're just going straight in?
Straight in for the DDT.
No opportunity for it, I suppose, then?
Yeah, no, I'll just be like...
Do you think he's clinically insane?
Okay.
I think there is certainly a method in madness, and it is working for him.
24.
How do you want to do it?
I wrap my hand around his neck and just go. Swing his head into the floor and he flips over me.
Just like using his own weight against him. Just and his head makes contact with the ground.
He stands up for a second.
Just
on his head.
And his legs come back down to the ground. He lies there in the sawdust. It's like, what? And the barman comes back in. He's like, blink, I guess.
I am now heading to the betting table. I'm putting 10 gold on
I'm gonna put my hand out for
If you
him.
turn around, I put 10 gold on Blink as well.
I'm gonna, like, you try and help him up.
Yeah.
And be like, that's what you get for not listening to me. And then I'll try and lift him up. I don't know how strong I
He
am.
grabs your arm and you try and pull him up, and instead he pulls you down to the ground. You just lie there next to him. He's just kind of like groaning in pain, and a few of the like attendants come and try and like get him up, and he stands. He's, I don't understand. Let out. The crowd is all kind of like. There's like smattering of applause. No one really knows what just happened.
Did anyone see where my shirt went? I need my shirt.
One of the attendants comes over and just like hands it to you.
Thank you. I'll get dressed.
Cool. There we go.
And I'll walk over to the betting table and be like, I didn't know I could do that. And then I'll put a gold on for myself.
Cool. So as winnings for that, Blink, you get 2 silver back from the 1 silver that you bet, and you've now got an additional gold bet on yourself from that as well.
His
Next
mind
up,
is blown to the possibilities of the universe.
Diogo and Thelina, and this is a armor on one side, weapons on the other fight. I don't know. It's gonna be fun! So like makes his way out of the ring.
Yeah.
So-
walking in.
Right. Okay. So, the bell rings and the combat begins. You can choose athletics or acrobatics as your fighting style.
Acrobatics.
Okay, cool.
Not great to start with 5.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
5 total, including the d4.
Yeah.
That's rough.
It was a bad roll.
Okay, she rolled really, really poorly, but she does just beat you. So, coming in with the first hit, how do you want to approach? You like running in? Are you holding ground?
Holding ground.
Okay. As you stand there, she runs in and is quicker than you expect. And just as you're trying to reel to one side, she and just nicks you just like across the chest
Yeah.
a little bit, and then kind of slides to the other side, looks at you, and starts to run back in.
Okay.
Go for your second roll.
11.
11. Ooh, okay. And as she runs towards you, how do you want to get the hit on her for the second one?
Yeah, I guess as she's coming, just kind of arms by the side, just like a step out of the way, and then just
Nice.
just like a above the shoulder, just bang.
Nice. Comes up. You just kind of knock her to one side. She goes spiraling. One of her blades comes out of her hand, and she kind of like looks up towards you and is going to try and go for like a running jump and bring the blade down on top of you. Give me a roll off.
19.
Yes, you get it,
Nice.
and with enough to make her roll for a possible knockout. So let's see. So how do you make the blow?
Literally, as she's up in the air, just the classic, just fucking like trying to get her to like flip over.
Yeah.
So just
She goes spiraling backwards. She hits the ground. Ooh, okay. She rolls over, comes back up. She's looking bruised, but she's still up, and you take
Still
your
hands by
second
the
hit
side.
against her. One more, and you've won it.
I'm gonna kick her sword towards her. Just
Oh, okay. You slide it on the ground.
come on, let us go easy on me. I
The
didn't mean-
crowd seems to enjoy that, and there is an eruption of cheer around you. And she picks up the other sword and kind of flips them over, so she's holding them like back wielding them, and starts to run into
Oh, she reverse scorpion.
Yeah.
Look out.
Give me a roll off.
Ooh, 10.
She's going to take that one.
Okay.
She comes in and just arcs around you, hits you on the temple with the hilt of one of them, and the other one cuts your other arm just across the back, like that.
Oh shit.
Alright, that's more like it.
It is now anyone's game.
I'm gonna try and tackle her.
Okay. Okay. So you run in and give me the roll off.
21.
You run and you tackle her and lift her off the ground and slam her down into the sawdust, unconscious.
Hey!
I'm gonna do it quite. I'm not gonna do it massively aggressively. I'm just gonna kind of lift her, and as she lands, her head's just gonna kind of against the thing. And I'm just gonna be like, sorry,
Shit.
Oh, never mind.
Woo, Iago!
Yeah, yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
Iago won.
And yeah, the townkeeper comes in and like raises your arm up, and the crowd starts to cheer again. Okay, there'll be a short recess before we commence the second round. There we go. Thank you.
Just gonna put a hand down to her.
She like lying there, just like her eyes flutter open. She's like, that was fun. Grabs your
Yeah, it was
hand.
a bit quick, wasn't it?
Pulls up.
So maybe another time.
Yeah, they usually are. Well fought.
Thanks. Likewise.
Makes her way past you. Seems to be fairly gracious in defeat.
I gotta go find Blink.
Cool. So he is stood near the betting desk currently, with a number of people gathered around him, offering to buy him drinks, and yeah, various conversation going on.
Don't
Loads of
worry
people just
about
trying to get his attention.
Do anyone want an autograph? Anyone?
You kind of start saying that, and people are like, "Oh, you've taken it too far."
I'll take the drinks.
It's only the first round, all right? Come on.
Okay, sorry. Iago! Over here.
You alright?
Yeah. Well done. You did good. Cheers.
What are you two doing?
Likewise.
Just sat in the crowd, like, how did he do that? I don't understand.
I'm just gonna put a hand on his shoulder. So you keep following my lead, right?
Yeah. Okay. Or if we fight.
Well, then it's every man's game, isn't it? Just kind of shake you in the shoulder. Hey, that's what we're here for, though, isn't it? We wanna put on a show. You said it yourself.
Do we actually want to fight? Do we want to, like, I'll let you win, but we'll make it look real cool and start a business?
Oh, there are the
Make
boys.
lots of money.
Just gonna walk off.
Okay.
Hey, all right.
I thought.
Quite fun, actually.
Yeah.
Feel a bit bad,
You
but
had,
it is what it is.
she had the speed, you had the size.
Yeah,
The size went out.
it's the old banging your head on the floor. It's not ideal.
It was close though. She had you.
Hey, she did.
She was against the ropes for a bit. Oh,
It's alright.
yeah, fresh and bleeding.
That's okay. I'm gonna go to the bar, get a
grog.
Yeah, no, have you got, like, I don't know, something strong?
I can give you just a rum without the water if you want.
Oh, have you got, what was it, green drink?
What? Oh, yeah, there's a bottle of that here.
Yeah, no, I don't want it to drink, I want it to,
Oh, okay.
Right.
Pour some on a rag for you.
cheers, stop on it. Oh shit, that stings so much. Oh my god.
After about 10 minutes or so of like recess, the bell rings again. People start filing back into the ring at the back. The guy at the table is like, bets, anyone, bets for round 2, bets.
I've got 10 gold on Blink. What odds are we looking at now?
We are looking at the odds on Blink just went up. 3-1.
3-1, great. Well, I've got a tenner on him, so that's grand.
Very well. That Iago 2-1 still,
Sure.
and then we've got
Pretty safe bet, I'd say.
Vesra also 2-1, and Yoran on a 4-1.
Oh, that's the old fella, right?
Yes.
I'll take 5 on him. It's like 5 on him.
How is Blink fighting?
What do you mean? Is he fighting well?
Well, not who is he fighting?
Oh, who is he fighting? That's going to be Iago next round.
He's fighting.
Shit! As soon as I shut up.
We came here to be entertained, did we not?
How much did you put on Blink? Was it 10 gold?
10 gold, yeah.
I did as well before.
So, the bell rings, and the two of you are ushered into the ring. So, as you stand in the centre of the ring,
PvP.
same rules apply. You've both got a +4.
Wait a minute,
You're allowed to use
I
weapons.
was about to say, he hasn't got a weapon. Use a weapon.
And that's what they all say.
So if you
No,
are,
blink. I'm just gonna get down on a knee. No, as in you can actually use a weapon.
I know.
Actually.
I know.
There's a table of them over there.
I have a weapon!
Alright.
and as the bell rings,
Potentially.
how do you want to start?
I seriously doubted him in the first round, so he has impressed me.
Stamp and I'm
you
kicking
ready?
sawdust from beneath me.
What are you doing?
Like a bull.
Yeah. I'm gonna pelter at you.
Zoom in. Holy shit. I guess we run.
Let's have a roll off.
You'll see he is crazy.
He's got this.
He's crazy. I think he has it.
14.
Free.
Oh my god, okay, first round goes to
Roll for a
Blink.
knockout, right?
Can you make a constitution check, please?
Check. Oh. Would that be a save for a knockout?
Yeah, let's go for that.
Please. Do it 20.
Okay. But Blink, how do you make that first hit on Iago?
I'm gonna just pelch myself at
Like a
him.
2-foot kick into
And then
the
I'm gonna jump at your neck and swing around the back of you and try and choke you out.
Literally, guy go down.
Blink has
everyone's a little
one up
freak.
Iago at the first juncture of this fight, choking him out, catching him around the neck, and he's now hanging off him. And
Got my leg wrapped around him.
that brings us into the second phase of this combat. So, Iago, how would you like to respond to what's going on? Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, can we have the roll off then, please?
Crit fail.
The odds are pretty damn even.
No.
You're kidding.
What did he get?
20.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
I'm
Okay.
gonna shift
Okay.
your momentum and drop you on your head.
So you jump and
no.
try and fall back onto Blink.
And I like
And
arch
blink.
backwards.
You manage to pull around and you're going towards the ground and your head. Dung, that's the second round for Blink. But from that difference, could you roll a Constitution saving throw?
This guy's a fucking freak.
Jeez.
Dirty 20 again.
Okay, you're good. So you manage to evade your head hitting the floor, but boom, you're down. You roll over. Both of you separating once more.
As I hit the ground,
Oh,
I can't be knocked prone.
so
Uh-huh.
a number of plates like propel you back up to your feet.
I'm gonna kip up. Where I do that thing where I kick my legs and land on my feet.
Make an acrobatics check.
Yeah, I was flat on my face. 22.
22. Yeah, you do it. Up on your feet. Holy shit.
It's the anti-wall.
Okay.
Rob is the anti-wall.
Blink could take it on this one with a success. So, how do you want to proceed, the two of you? Describe what's happening. How is this?
I'm gonna stand there.
How do we reach this roll off?
Just my arms crossed. Do you want to forfeit? Or?
Get on with it! Someone from the crowd shouts, "Fucking kick his ass, dragon!"
He's just staring you out.
Okay.
Can you make a dex save?
Oh, okay. 10?
Nope. As he screams at you, and you're going to take 9 psychic damage.
De facto, Iago's taking that.
But to anyone else, it just looks like a scream.
Yeah, you scream, and Blink, you just are blasted backwards, clutching at the migraine that's just erupted through your head.
Man, why, dude?
And then just running.
Go, you run in and go. Make an X roll off, please.
Fuming.
Blink could still take it, but oh god.
18.
9.
Okay,
Just coming in with just a
you go for the uppercut.
bang.
Yeah.
Could you make a Constitution saving throw, please, to see if it all ends here?
I'm pretty sure he does 7.
And with that uppercut,
Sent him to the fucking moon.
Blink goes flying up into the air and tumbles back down, and your head just clips the side of the arena.
There's a moment of like
unconscious.
fury, and then oh shit.
And you the whole crowd kind of like, ooh, as your head has just hit the side and just knocked you unconscious. You've landed on the ground.
Shit. Right, sorry, mate. Sorry.
Am I able to like wake myself up?
It says you immediately begin a short rest upon being
mint.
unconscious. Is the way it now works.
Begin, not complete.
Oh, okay.
So you are unconscious for an hour now.
Just gotta kind of look over.
And like after the initial like, it's like obviously I haven't seen you take out Kragar earlier on. Everyone was a little bit like, which way is this going to go? But Iago, you take the round.
I'm gonna flip him over my shoulder and just bring him back up to these guys. That's alright, we'll take care of it. It's fine. He's a friend. Well, was.
You bring Blink's unconscious body up to the top.
Bring
There is a very tired and unwilling looking medic on hand who kind of like comes over and takes an eye over him, just like passes you a roll of bandages and then pulls
It's alright, mate. I'll have a look at him now. It's fine.
We got a.
So he's surprisingly quite aggressive.
He's very aggressive, yeah. I guess.
It was a low blow with the...
Don't know what you're talking about.
We've seen you do it before, we know what you do.
Well, no one else seems to.
Yeah, no, they did not clock it.
Technically not magic, though.
I did not say it was.
It's a natural ability.
It's not your fists, though.
I
don't need to
believe
be
you
upset
need
at
to
you.
get up.
The last one was, though.
I will.
Yeah, as the last one was, while his head was bleeding.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, it's a bit much. I admit,
Just gonna hit
not
him
my
with
finest
heels
moment.
just to get
You
you
want me
awake
a
again.
treat, though?
I think it's
Hey, buddy. You know what? No.
I win!
No, unfortunately.
Yes.
Unfortunately,
No,
not.
no.
You didn't win, sorry, but no.
It's right. I kind of. I
You tried. Didn't even beat you with daggers.
Oh.
Don't worry, Sigurd. It's fine. You don't need to make him feel bad.
Iago, from like over to your right, coming through the crowd, you just hear her. And walking towards you, coming through the crowd, is this this small, like skinny, purple-skinned tiefling girl. And she's like, "Oh, that was Good. That was really good.
Thanks.
So, me and you next. Yeah.
Yay! Battle of the Minorities.
I'm looking forward to it.
Okay. All right. Well, me too. You get a weapon.
Okay.
You're not gonna. All right. Cool. Well, may the best person win.
See you in there.
Okie dokie.
And she kind of like slinks off through the crowd.
She is speaking with sinister intent.
No, she really is. And if he could kick my ass, I feel like she probably definitely can.
Well, you can't back out now.
Suddenly,
right.
a little bit more anxious about that, and that whole,
Yeah, no, same actually, man. Yeah.
the whole screaming thing. I'm a bit out of my uses as well. I can't do that again today now. So it looks like I'm just gonna have to go in all guns blazing.
The bell rings and she steps into the ring along with
You never know, the pension
the
I might
human
put her
man
down.
from earlier on, who won his first match. She was saying that to you without having won her second.
Oh shit! Oh no, she got to beat him first. It's fine. He was quite good.
He was quite adept.
So
Well,
Let's hope he wins, because if he does, then
Would you
get what I lost back.
Would you rather have your ass handed to you by an old man or a young woman?
So kind of watching from the area where Blink is kind of recovering on the ground. Their match begins. Oh, double nat 20s.
Oh,
Double nat 20s.
Double lock! Yellow wins by
That's
default.
crazy. That is crazy. I mean, yeah, I guess. Let's see if he doesn't get knocked out. I'm not kidding.
No,
That was another nat 20.
Oh!
Not a double, but there was another. That's 3 nat 20s in a row in that match.
Oh, yes.
Nobody gets knocked out on the first round, however. But it does seem to be fairly evenly matched at this juncture. They kind of go in and start parring and parrying each other off. And you can see from the way she fights, it is very dexterous and very quick. She's laying these multiple blows, one at a time, like one after the other after the other. She seems to be wearing this older guy out and just clips him on the side of the head. He stumbles backwards. Comes back in for another blow against her. And she comes around with a side swipe, catches him in the temple. He falls off to one side. And unconscious.
Oh, God.
He just collapses down. He nat one that then.
Christ.
That was a lot of extremes in those rolls. But yeah, he collapses to the ground and she just like kind of
I think you roll
stands.
them on the NPC cage fight than it
Yes.
However.
And she just kind of doesn't showboat, doesn't stand there at all. She just walks straight out, and the crowd just start cheering again. The barkeep runs in to kind of hold up her arm, and she just walks past him and looks over at you and just
Another windpipe knockout
carries over.
with a serpent.
Oh!
I'm going to try and sneak up on Yago.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Make stealth check.
no.
21.
What's your passive perception?
Yeah, he's got me.
Yeah. You don't know. He doesn't notice you when you sneak up behind him.
My hand starts to glow a little bit. And I use Searing Grasp. On the back of your leg.
Just a
what the fuck is wrong with you?
like a hot
only one.
teaspoon, isn't it?
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's basically what I did. I just went.
Fight's over.
You played dirty.
No, the rule was no magic.
Yeah, well, you.
Mine wasn't magic, mate.
You know I've got
Not
a
my-
fragile brain.
If any at all. I'm just gonna give him a little tiny backhand, just to get away from me, you little prick. You little prick. Look at this.
Okay, short recess and the final. Yeah.
Yeah.
The crowd seems more confused
Great,
than
I've lost
enthused about what's going
fucking
on.
20
It's
goals.
nothing's gone the way anyone's expected this evening.
Can we put bets on?
But yes, at this point, you can put bets on for the next round if you want.
What's the odds on Yago versus the serpent?
Yago would get you a 4-1.
Ah, fucking put in 20 gold on Yago. Let's do it.
6 gold on Serpentico.
On
The serpent.
Oh yes.
Sorry.
Okay.
halfling.
Can I find the?
Give me 5 gold on it.
Sorry, that's yes. That was the barkeep.
Oh, cool. I'll go find him.
You head up to him. He's like, "Hello, how are you feeling? Rested? Good.
Well, yeah, my mate just did. Oh, it doesn't matter. I guess.
I smell burning."
Yeah, no, exactly. That's what he did, little prick. It's because I knocked his ass to the ceiling.
Okay. Anyway,
Anyway, yeah,
you're withdrawing. You're not
No,
withdrawing.
not withdrawing. No, but I was thinking if you want to go for the whole entertainment thing, we'll go for serpent versus a dragon, then, yeah.
Yeah. That's good.
Cool.
That's good.
Alright, that's
Serpent
it.
versus
It was
dragon.
actually my mate's suggestion. I wouldn't have gone with it
I
myself.
like
but-
it. I like it. It's
Yeah,
good. It's
cool.
good. Okay.
Alright.
Dragon.
Yeah, that's yeah.
He kind of like rubs his hands together and kind of makes his way back to the little podium. Are you guys doing anything else at this point? Anyone who's not involved in the fight right now? Anything else you want
Can
to do?
I another tank of the whale and just like.
Can I find Craigo? Craigo.
Gregor, yes. You can find Gregor. He is sat on a stool in the back corner, just like you come over and flinches.
I put my hand out shaking.
That was good.
Good fight.
That was good.
I want to remember you. I've got a ball bearing in my hand. I'm going to hand him the ball bearing. Something for you to remember me by.
Thank you. Gregor was worried about his reputation.
It was fine.
I should have just taken the gold.
Correct.
Good fight, little one.
Please don't hurt me.
He leans back and he seems slightly more jovial after that.
Tag team.
exchange.
Tag team in the future.
We'll see. We'll see.
It's on.
A few minutes pass, and again, ding, 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 the bell rings. People start making their way back into the pit, and Iago, you are led down into the arena to face off against the serpent, who stands across from you, just kind of like leaning back, like sort of swinging on the balls of her feet a little bit.
You're cocky, aren't you?
I'm confident.
Which can often lead to cockiness.
Well, I'll try not to let that happen.
Okie dokie.
Very well, for our final, ladies and gentlemen, we have the serpent versus the dragon.
You suck!
Which one did I put bet on again?
Go! Ding! The bells rung, and wasting no time at all, she begins weaving towards you with speed. Could you give me your first roll off,
Put
please?
10 gold on both. You would have at the very least broken
15?
even.
15?
That's how that works, yeah.
Coming in with a 16. On that. Was that with your d4 as well?
Yeah, at least it shouldn't be a knockout.
Yeah, it's not going to be a knockout. Okay, and faster than you expect, she comes around in like an arc, comes behind you and just to the back of your head. Makes her way to the other side of
Is
the
she
arena and like
using a weapon?
skids to a halt. Doesn't seem to be. She pauses for a second, looks at you and kind of gives a little smile, and then comes running back in, ducks under, and is going to try and go for the second one against you. Going to go for a roll off.
13?
19. And with that, she runs up and just one fist goes under your armpit, and you feel this sharp jab of pain, and you realise you're bleeding from there. And as she moves back, you see the catch of like a blade coming up from her wrist. She like pulls back. And takes the second one on you.
That's a roll, isn't it? Small 5.
Oh yeah, it would be.
Oh, fuck.
It would be. Do you pass out from blood loss? I suppose.
Nerve cluster.
Yeah.
15?
15. No, you're okay. You're okay.
Cool.
Okay. She
You're
kind of
this
like
fucking
starts
big
like
con
dancing
Ron.
around the outside a little bit, like again on the balls of her feet, just kind of like moving this way and that. And she kind of like just pulls back a little bit, as if to say, "Come on."
Just in her head, not a chance.
Kind of like narrows her eyes and looks at you. Okay. And is going to duck under again and try and come around with another one of these really speedy attacks against you. Okay.
15?
16. Oh my god.
Well, that's me lost.
That's
isn't
it. That's 3. Yeah. She comes in, arcs around the back of you, to the back of your neck, with an uppercut and with an elbow, and you just go skidding back along the ground, and she pulls back.
Yeah, we're just kind of.
Yeah. Again, these little plates just out of the armor, up to your feet.
Alright,
And she pulls herself up,
fair enough.
grabs your hand, shakes it, kind of.
You're fast.
Yeah, I am. And she just saunters back out of the arena and up into the crowd. And it was over just so quickly, and nobody really saw what was going on. That there's just this kind of, and a few people go to kind of collect their winnings, and people begin dispersing.
I lost 4 months' worth of rent on a small house in Arkley today.
She was quite fast.
That's the game. It's the name of the game, isn't it?
Tried your best, but clearly she is very well trained.
To be honest, I didn't have much of a chance to even stand up properly. Very quick.
I need to go
Inside
find
your own
it.
head.
There's this real sense of just anticlimax amongst people in the room from the final.
Is she still in the ring?
She's now just walking out to the bar.
I need to go find her.
Okay, she walks past you and you kind of start scurrying through people's legs to follow
Excuse
her.
me, super.
She's kind of like, what? Oh, hi.
Keep an eye out in the post for a contract for the AWE. I'll walk off.
What's... Oh, okay. Hi.
He is insane.
And she kind of starts making her way to the bar. Where a load of people immediately start sort of rushing to offer drinks, and as you head out to the bar, the same goes for you guys. Basically, anyone who fought, it seems to be the tradition here that everyone else just pays for their drinks for the rest of the night.
Lovely.
So anyone who's been in the ring, you just drink for free for the rest of the night. It's up to you how drunk you get. But
Let's get sloshed.
I would have liked to just have a quick conversation with her outside of the room.
okay, she's sat at the bar when you come out. She's got this big, like, Stein 2-pint tankard in front of her. She just kind of sat there and just... There's a little sigh, and she's kind of, like, dreamily smiling to herself.
You alright?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Nicely done.
Sorry about that, by the way.
No, it's alright, I got one as well. I just fucking...
Ooh, nice.
I get it.
Yours is bigger than mine.
Yeah, I know, this
But you
kind of
kinda-
needs to be... I feel like yours would be more like a tough pick on mine. So, well, people don't tend to just know how to do that sort of shit though, so what's your backstory? You're quite young to be able to fight like that.
I had some training.
Oh, what?
Yeah, as a kid.
What, local training? Or...
Not super local, no.
No?
You ever been to Kildrum?
Yeah, I went to Kildrum.
Yeah? You know the monastery?
Oh, up there?
Yeah.
That's quite impressive. So like monk stuff?
Yeah,
Yeah, because they've got a lot of monks up there, haven't they?
that's right.
I've never been up there myself, but I've seen it.
There are a lot of steps.
Too many steps. Too many steps. Well, it was a good fight. And by good fight, I mean you wiped my arse, so...
Yeah.
Well
Well, I hope you didn't go easy on me.
Didn't have a chance to think, to be honest, love. Yeah, I'm just going to put a gold coin down. Treat yourself to drinks when everyone else has stopped buying them for you.
Thanks to
Maybe on
yourself.
another evening.
Appreciate it.
Anytime.
What was your name?
Yago, yours?
Vesra.
Vesra. Nice to meet you, Vesra. Maybe see you around some point.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Just going to head back to these guys.
Oh, right. Polished goblet.
Got
To go somewhere where they have slightly better ale. This one's starting to grow a little bit weary on me.
Has anyone been keeping an eye on our little friend here? Because he looks fucking sloshed.
No,
After
I've
seeing
not.
him in the ring today, I don't want to try and stop him from drinking.
We did have a good fight, mate.
We
well
did,
done.
we
We
did,
did. Yeah. I did a dirty trick on you.
You did. Keep
I
an
did.
eye on the post for an AWE contract.
What does that even mean?
The bot keeps just like, he's been saying that all night to everyone.
See, the thing about
You
it-
too, you
the thing-
too.
No, not
The
me.
thing I've noticed about him saying it is he's not asking for anyone's addresses.
What is... Come on, tell me more about it then. What's the AWE? I'm going to start walking.
As you get up from your stool and stand up, and you start to explain, could you make a constitution check for me?
Ooh. 7.
7, you stand up and well the to the ground immediately
Do you know
vomit
what? I
everywhere.
changed my mind.
But you're like, get him out of here!
Just prestidigitate the sick away. It's like, yeah, alright.
Right, cheers for that, mate. Cheers for
leaving.
that.
Sorry about him.
You just kind of like lead Blink out of
my
the iron
days.
ring
He's
and
drunk
into
4 times his
the
body weight in ale.
cold, rather cold now, actually, night air. So your breath crystallizing before you. It's very bracing, sort of immediately sobering you up just a little bit.
Button the coat up a little bit.
Anything you do on the way? Are we having conversing at all, or are you just sort of heading straight there?
Yeah, are there any other fight pits?
As it happens. So,
I will just be
The
guiding
gold
for
ring.
myself and looking out for any followers again.
cool.
Anyone tingling?
You eventually now
I like going to the water.
find your way outside the polished goblet as you smear along the way. Could you make a perception check for me?
16.
Okay.
Plus 6.
Yeah, I got
It's,
plus 6.
Damn.
It's a quiet night. You keep an eye out, and you feel that it would be fairly obvious if there was anyone following you or tailing you with the few people that are now on the streets. But you don't notice anything. Cool. You feel fairly confident that you remain unfollowed as far as you can tell.
And followed by a crow as well.
Unfollowed by anything that's obvious to you. You eventually then find your way back to the Polished Goblet, pushing open the door and into the lavish interior.
I'm sober.
A few people who are like quietly enjoying their food kind of like look at you as you come in, looking like staggering this way and that, your eyes kind of crossed.
Don't mind him, we got him under control.
They kind of like nod to you. But you head inside. There are a fair few tables empty. It's not super busy in here.
I just plonk myself down on a table.
Head up to the barkeep and can I get four glasses of wine? It's wine o'clock.
Very well. White or red?
Red, please, and just a tankard of water if you've got it.
Okay.
Have you seen Senator Oregon around at all?
Oh, so you're who she's waiting for.
Oh, she's waiting for us. Okay,
Very
great.
well. Dear, have that brought upstairs, please. Yes, in one of the private booths on the mezzanine.
Oh, well, I love a mezzanine. Great. Okay,
Mezzanine
wonderful.
is a wonderful architecture.
It's great. It's fantastic. Yeah. All right. Well,
I
yeah.
believe she is
We'll follow.
expecting you.
It's the strong stuff.
Yeah, we got
No, I
we'll
think
explain to her.
that's
Thank
our
you.
for you.
But you
Thanks for the lovely wine.
follow this
Drink.
tavern girl up the stairs and
Drink.
around the mezzanine.
Drink.
Not to the side with the rooms on, but the other side that kind of overlooks the stage. And there are basically sort of 4 or 5 booths there, which are separated with curtains.
Yeah.
They have a kind of like plush seating and nice polished mahogany tables in the centre. And the curtain of one of them is pulled to the side, and you can see that Amara is sat on the other side. There's an empty wine glass and a wine glass that she's still working on. She's kind of like absent-mindedly swirling. And as the curtain opens, she kind of like sits up and like scans across, meets your eyes, Balsafir. And hello, Balsafir.
Apologies for our lateness. I did not realise we were meeting.
That's okay. That's okay. I don't think I ever gave it time, so I've just been enjoying my wine.
Lovely
Wine.
Please take a seat. And she nods to the tavern girl, who kind of like places the tray down and nods and pulls the curtain back across. So, I understand that your business in the Chateau was concluded successfully.
If you believe so.
Yeah, just a couple of stragglers kicking around, and they should, over time, fairly quickly, I'd imagine, they should also drift away. It was kind of sad.
If not easily dispersed by any godsend.
Yeah, true. They're not exactly the image of threatening anymore.
Yeah, they do not fight back.
And what of your other business in the Chateau?
So, when we were first in the Chateau, we met, we bumped into a young girl called Ludra. Did we mention her to you?
You mentioned that she fit the description.
Right. Well, we went back into the Chateau to go and stop off at her little hideout to go and see if she was there. She wasn't there. We thought nothing of it. She's often not. She says that her and her father will often leave for long periods at a time. So sure, whatever. So we pressed on into the catacombs, and
Sorry, is he alright?
he's fucked.
He participated in a fight ring and then got extremely drunk afterwards. So.
Yeah, he's. You can have a wine after you drink. Very good.
I wasn't going to mention, but you do all stink of ale.
Yeah. We were at the
Apologies.
Iron Ring.
Out, say no more.
It's not because we're all drunk. It's just the clientele.
That's
It's
just how it
the
smells.
general musk of the
I am
place.
a little bit drunk.
So we then carried on into the catacombs, where we found what can only be described as a mass grave. It was pretty dismal,
There
all things considered.
are a few of those down there.
Yeah,
Not
not nice.
the worst thing down there, by any means.
I'm sure, but still pretty horrific. And in the mass grave was the source of what was creating the undead, which was a wraith. A wraith, am I right? Was it a wraith?
Was it?
It was a white. It was just a strong white.
It was a strong white.
Yeah,
it was a white.
but
So, Ismir's the resident expert on all things undead. So yes, that is what we discovered, and also screaming coming from inside a coffin, which while my friends here were dispatching the white, I took the liberty to go over and take a look inside, and the girl was inside. She had gone looking for her father.
This is the girl who...
The very same, yes.
Okay.
The corner of the room was the corpse of her father. This man bore very striking resemblance to the man who set fire to the Dawn's Rest 2 days ago. And I had a quick look over the man's corpse. There's nothing interesting on there.
Got you doing great.
But in my assessment, and I'm not a doctor, I'm not a doctor, a physician, apothecary, nothing, right? But I've seen a fair few dead bodies. This one looked like it had been dead for about a week. So there's no possible way that this is the same man who was at the Dawn's Rest 2 days ago. But he looked exactly like him.
Right.
And we also quizzed Lidra on whether or not she was present, and she gave the very predictable answer that she has never been the other side of the wall and has absolutely no interest in doing so.
Which leads us to believe that someone has borrowed their faces or their visages to cause trouble. For what reason we do not understand.
Maybe.
I'm
Pretty
not
sure.
an expert on the matters of the Fae, but we're being surveyed by a crow. Possibly. It's a bit convenient, isn't
I
it?
know, but I will not rule out that we are not being paranoid.
Perhaps. We know that there is currently some kind of spat going on between the Court of Doves and the Court of... Is it the Court of Doves and the Court of Crows that you're...
Yes,
Right, so
that is what he said.
that's yet another convenience. The attacks on Brias's speech yesterday were committed by some kind of fake creature. And
Or
Quickling,
at
you
least
called it?
someone's summoned
some
Fey-like
perhaps
creatures.
summoned, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, your friend said Quickling, I believe.
Quicklings.
Yours.
And then
Friend,
last-
who's your friend?
Johan, my business partner. I mentioned him last time you were here.
I see.
And lastly,
He is staying here if you want me to retrieve him.
Could be prevalent.
Yeah, I will go find him. I'll excuse myself from him and go to his room and just...
Yes?
Hello, your expertise might be required once again.
Oh, Bazavir. And there's you said footsteps and the door opens.
Hello.
Everything okay?
Yeah, we are just speaking with the senator again, and it would be nice if you were there.
Yes, okay. Lead the way.
Come on. I'll lead him back.
Okay. Pulls the chair to one side.
Johann Strauss, Senator Oregon.
Johan, pleasure. And then she reaches up and shakes his hand and says, Senator, pleasure. And takes a seat, kind of.
We were just
awkwardly next to you.
discussing more things potentially Fae related.
yeah, I'll quickly recap. We got the crow, might be nothing. Like you
Crow
said.
might be nice.
We've got Johan here told us about the Court of Doves and the Court of Crows, and they're having a bit of a tiff at the moment in Anwin. Then we've got the Quicklings. Am I right, Johan, saying Quicklings?
Yes, Quicklings. Yes.
Quicklings that attacked the people at Brise's speech yesterday. They may have been summoned.
That description fits. Anyway.
Sure. And then lastly, we've got this strange instance where there are two people who couldn't have been in the places they were in, or in the places they were in. Now, again, I'm no expert on the Fae, but I do know that they like to disguise themselves, change their visage, so to speak.
You're chatting very casually about the Fae.
Yeah.
It's,
There is certain evidence that points to these things being true.
No, they're real.
I know they're real.
As I understand it, when it comes to summoning creatures, they either come from one place or the other, right? That is what Seraphina has told me.
Essentially, yes. summoned beings brought across planes by powerful mages. The planes often intersect each other. It can be a fairly simple task for an adept mage to reach through and pull a creature into its service from one plane to the other, and while they are here, they are often bound to the service of the one who summoned them, and when they die, they don't die, but they fizzle and rematerialize where they once were.
So what do you think then? Someone's summoning Fae? Is that what you think?
That seems likely. It is, as far as I'm aware, rather difficult, and she kind of like looks at Johan and a kind of like, do you know? And he kind of, yes, to travel between the Feywild and this world apparently is a difficult task.
So I do know so much about it then.
My mother was very keen and interested on these things. I grew up with these stories for most of my life.
Fair enough. What about you? How do you know so much about it then?
Just reading. Pet interest of mine as well. Yes, me and your mother got one call.
It is a fascinating subject.
They're called fairy tales for a reason, right?
Exactly, but I quite like them when they're just fairy tales. I don't like it when it becomes my problem.
I was once, as I'm sure some of you know, good friends with someone whose origin was from the Feywild originally. Ezreal. You know the name?
The elf with the third eye.
Yes, the statue of him is in the Triumvirate Square. He was a close friend of mine. Right. Ezreal was an Eladrin. They were a race of elves who came to our world a very long time ago from the Fey realm. They settled here, they built their cities here. As far as we're aware, Ezreal was the last, and as far as I'm aware, he is no longer of this world.
So you can't hit him up then and ask him?
No.
That's a shame.
It is. I'm sure there's a lot he could tell us if Fey creatures are involved.
Do you know where he is? Any inkling at all? Nothing?
Nobody does. And at this point, nobody knows where any of them are. The three. With Enum missing, all of their whereabouts are unaccounted for.
My brother knew.
Yes?
Were they close? Do you think
No.
you have told?
No. I wouldn't say they were close. But, I don't know, if you are willing to speak with your brother, seek him out, perhaps there's something he could tell us.
Well, if they were, I just was wondering if they were close, then perhaps he would maybe have told him, but if they weren't close, then...
Ezreal was a unique fellow. So, you never know.
That's the kind of way of saying he was a strange man.
He was odd,
Yeah.
but he had a lot of good reason to be.
So where does that leave us?
That's what I mean, I don't really
I'm
know
sure.
what our involvement in this really is.
Well,
We still have to wait to be paid.
look,
Yeah, but we get paid and then we don't really have a thread to follow.
That's a good point, actually. We're still waiting to be paid.
you expressed concern last time over Boreas.
Yeah.
It's a concern that I share.
Very concerned.
He is a tricky fellow.
Interesting way of saying cunt. He's slime.
Never trust an Imperial Mage.
Look, I've got to be honest, I don't like him either. But at the same time, he's not really my problem, you know what I mean?
I do.
I've always been taught to deal with problems that are more immediate within my vicinity. That's quite high up, that's above my pay grade.
I don't want to ask anything of you, but I will make an offer. No. No.
So,
I'm asking
Okay.
Alright,
for your help.
alright, can you...
I don't want Boreas to be involved in this. But if he is, then we need to know. The problem is he's very influential. He has a lot of power. He has a lot of people on his side. He's not a problem that you can just make go away. But I did a little bit of snooping.
I was about to ask.
Very good.
I had a little look through his office. Now, he is very organised, he keeps his affairs in order. But I did find one thing that was, in my opinion, a little out of place. He keeps a diary of sorts, a date book, nothing more than appointments and times. It's all very above board, it's all very boring, honestly. Court cases and tribunal appearances, that sort of thing. But I did find a piece of parchment within this book with a handwriting that I did not recognise, and I've received correspondence from Advaris in the past. I know his handwriting, it's very neat. This was a spider scroll on a scrap of paper, which was lodged into the back cover of this book. I left it where it was, but I have copied down the words. It was a poem, and he just doesn't seem the type for poetry.
Well, I love poems.
She hands you a piece of parchment. Now, I don't know what it means. It might be nothing, but
In the quiet chill of next first night, farthest from
Yeah, read it out,
when
please.
noon sun is bright, the silver eye be upon the hall, where Lathrin's spire looks upon all.
Who's laughing?
Who's Lathrin?
now
I ain't
Lathrin.
laughing.
I took a little bit of digging again, but the only Lathrin that I could find referenced in the books that I looked in, anyway, was a star seeker, watcher of the skies.
So what are you thinking then?
I'm not sure. It could be nothing. Like I said, it could just be a poem.
Seeker of the skies.
He founded the Star Seekers Guild. That's about all I know about him.
Star
Are they
Seekers
based in the
Guild.
city? Or does they have a house here?
Most guilds in the country have had a guild hall here. Much of the guild district was destroyed during the battle, and it hasn't quite recovered, so there are many crumbling buildings there, but it's nothing like the Shatter, it's just a little rundown.
So it maybe is your answer.
It's definitely worth a look.
It's possible.
I'd say lead.
So you want us to go and sleep?
Honestly, I didn't ever spend much time in the city before the battle, so if there was something there, it's not known to me.
It was not very hospitable to anybody, was it?
No.
You have very neat handwriting.
Thank you. I have to write a lot of letters.
Well done.
It's a
Anyone get it? Anyone know what that's about?
Well, I mean, silver eye.
That's probably the moon.
I agree.
It talks about the chill of next first night. Could be a first night of a month.
Could be a moon phase.
Could be a moon
cycle.
phase.
What's the phase of the moon in the first
Although-
night, the first week of the month?
I believe the first
a
day of
full
every
moon,
month
right?
is I believe it's a new moon.
Yes, there'd be no moon visible in the sky on the first day of the month. That's how we know when the month begins. So it's not that.
So when is it at its brightest?
Maybe
Ah.
a particularly bright star.
That would be mid-month.
Alright.
Farthest from when noon sun is bright.
Midnight.
Yeah, I guess
He's
it's
doing
not
it. Drink.
And then spire looks upon all.
It's probably a tower then, isn't it?
So we need to find a specific tower and be there at a specific time.
So I
Yeah.
think.
That seems to be the idea.
My
I mean-
theory is that this is an invitation to some sort of meeting. There is a
Oh, right. I know.
reference to a time, reference to a place. That's what I think.
Alright.
At midnight on the
Jesus.
first of the next month, perhaps there is a more... Perhaps it is iconography of the moon.
Sorry.
Spire, silver eye...
It's the 4th day of the week now as well. I don't know if that means anything.
When does-
Hall and Lateran Spire.
When would the okay?
May I have
So how many
another? Thank you very
days
much.
was there in a month?
There are 25 days in a month,
25 days in a
5 days in a week. So the month is always laid out in exactly the same way.
month. Okay, so
And the moon phases
could
are-
be
The moon's
midnight
full
on the
cycle is the
It's-
full 25
yeah,
days.
the full 25 days.
Midnight on
so
the
it is
6th.
the first the first of the month is always a new moon. There's no moon visible in the sky on the first.
Well, at the beginning of the third week, the very first day is a full moon
But it's
of every month.
first night. Maybe it is just.
What's the first light again?
Maybe it's just the next first night of the week.
Perhaps.
Gimme.
So it's the 7th.
Thank you.
Perhaps.
That does not change the fact that we do not know when the location is, rather than the timing of it.
What is it? Aspire.
If it's the next first day of the week, that gives you all of tomorrow, and if it's midnight, going into the first day of the week, that would be tomorrow
So we
night.
can have one last little look-see.
Unless this spire happens to be in this city, which
We just need to research.
possibly, if Advaris is no great magister, then he wouldn't be able to
Any
travel
religious
far.
buildings?
Most of Boreas's activities are confined within the city, and he is a very busy man. I can't imagine that he would have much opportunity to travel far unless it was via magic.
So this spire would be in the city, most likely.
Well, it says upon the hall where Lathrin Spire is, essentially. So where's the what big halls do we know with a spire?
Are there any religious buildings in there?
One of the churches,
In the city,
perhaps.
biggest one is the cathedral, which is just outside the civic ward. There are multiple smaller churches in the city as well.
Are there any churches or halls with what they're called, like an observatory sort of thing?
No, it could be referring to a guild hall.
I think perhaps going to the guild ward and looking for a place where this stargazing guild might be,
For sure.
would be a good start.
Well, I've got to start somewhere, haven't I?
A day of work tomorrow, perhaps.
Why would Boreas be involved in a Stargazers Guild?
Who knows?
I'm not sure. This is the problem. This note doesn't give us any context. It's just a few briefly scrawled lines, and from the look of the writing, it was hastily done.
A secret meeting for a politician.
Well, possibly that it was
Desperately
some
wishes to bring
pre-recorded message or something. Not to write it down quickly.
Maybe.
Or like a...
Maybe
Or
it
they
was not-
ascending spell. That would have been bloody convenient, that
Well,
one.
maybe it was just as simple as this note was passed to him.
Also possible. You mentioned something about Feywild, yeah, and was it portals popping up?
Yeah.
What if one of those has popped up within the city? And
Johan kind of leans in. The likelihood of one popping up within the city would be low. We tend to be in places with great connection to nature, often in places of natural beauty or significance in an urban area. It's that would be most unheard of.
but like somewhere where you could see the stars nice and clearly. Would that not count?
He kind of like considers for a second. I mean,
There's a connection with nature if you're making direct, if you're looking at the stars and connecting the stars and reading the stars, it's pretty...
maybe.
I don't know, just throwing out ideas.
Doorway could have been opened rather than just opened on its own.
And that would explain Boreas' potential involvement then as well. I don't know, it all seems a bit fishy to me.
Fishy indeed.
Look, if you don't want to get involved, I understand completely. That is perfectly fine. But you've shown yourself to be quite capable, and you've been very useful sources of information so far.
Well, you can rely on me.
And honestly, I'm a pretty good person to be indebted to you. So
What does that mean?
that means I'm the senator of the city.
So you have lots of money.
Yes,
So
yes,
I
I
just want to read
suppose.
between the lines, innit?
And power. So you just want to have a favour owed, right?
Yeah, no, I'm only joking.
The favour's probably more valuable than the money. Anyway,
No, I'd agree. It's just... But speaking of money, we still haven't been paid.
Boreas, no. Well, well,
He's going to take his time.
What was it?
speaking for myself, Senator, I'll
Quickly.
help look into it for you.
appreciate it. Thank you.
But there's possibly It's something to do, considering I don't think we are still allowed to leave the city without being arrested for the crime of burning down the tavern.
When did you become an honest man?
I've always been an honest man.
Me too. I've always been an honest person.
You're not a man.
I don't really know what I am. No, I do know what I am. Dragonborn.
He freezes her sharp.
That's right. I'm not going down the route of pretending I don't know my identity. I know exactly what I am. I am an Emerald Dragonborn, and I'm badass.
You uppercutted a man a third your size into the ceiling.
Yeah, and
earlier today.
what an annoying little prick he is as well. And then did you see him? He burnt me leg afterwards
I
as
did
well.
not see that.
Yeah, he did. Look at this. Just a hand mark. Look at that.
That could have been anyone.
That was after. Hey,
Drink. Drink.
Well, I mean, yeah, like I said, I didn't have to look into it. I don't know if you guys, you're fancying it as well, guys.
Yes.
That's great.
I really do need to get back
Want
to
nothing
work
more
at
than to
some-
potentially see the downfall of this tradition progress.
Like I said, I do hope that this is not the case, and that he is simply taking advantage of an opportunity that's presented itself. Which I wouldn't blame him for. He's...
I can't.
yeah. Yes.
Oh, we're all saying the naughty word now. aren't we?
No, he's
But she
not
said
very
it.
nice. I don't like
Look,
that.
I need to get back to work at some point though, so I can't keep doing these little.
When you spend the whole day having to be that, sometimes it's nice to just say cunt.
Sure.
No, bloody hell.
Your turn.
She would not
I'm
like
not
you to know
saying.
it, but she was, you know,
We'll get
a
you to say
decade
it,
past.
honest
No, he's an honest man of the cloth. He's not going to say it.
She
I
was
can't
Senator
gamble,
Martha
yeah.
of Oregon over here. She is a small town girl. She would not have you believe it.
I lived in Ethin during my youth.
Big fan. That sounds awful.
But no, I spent a lot of my days hunting and gathering herbs, and now I sit in offices and talk to boring people, and oh, it's all so boring.
Sounds like you want to get out, love.
Well,
Join the boys in the rough and tumble.
I think
the
that
iron
my
claw.
rough and tumble days are behind me. My back wouldn't have it now.
I suppose you kind of know what you're signing up for when you're in open revolution.
Yeah, exactly.
The end goal.
Exactly.
The end goal is a boring desk job, right?
Correct.
How naughty are those boys though to disappear into the ether while you have to be the politician?
I put myself in this position. It's nobody's fault but mine, and things are better now.
Well, I mean, the archcleric's still here, being the archcleric. You know, I mean, well, he's missing at the minute, I guess, but you know.
It looks like he's gone on holiday.
Well,
Holidays.
I hear Cadiz is lovely.
at least he occasionally gets to go and smite something, or
I've only been to Cadiz
you know,
once.
I just occasionally give a speech
You're
and
not-
sit in long, boring meetings, and I put my hand up and I say "I," or I don't put my hand up and I don't say "I," and that's pretty much it most of the time.
Aye.
Yeah, but someone has to do it.
The trappings of democracy.
And if you're not doing it, there could be another Barias doing it.
That's true.
Instead.
Exactly. That is a very good point.
So,
But rather someone with a soul sits on the seat.
Now, that is something else I was going to mention. I'm asking for your help here, but Barias must not be harmed.
Yes, that is more trouble than...
No, I know that causes a
He must not
revolution.
know that we are involved. He must not know that we're investigating him. But if he... something, God forbid, happens to him, if he dies, with things the way they are now,
he'd be.
can you see how that would look?
Yeah, he would be martyring himself, right? I mean,
We're on a precipice as it is. That would be not a push off the edge, but a kick in the back.
look, I don't like the guy's ideas. I think he's slimy. I think he's deceptive. But I think he deserves to die. So.
No, just saying as well, because you just said it yourself. What if he were to like do something where he if he is involved in this, where he died and then came back?
Exactly what are you implying?
No, I mean like faking his own death or something. If he's involved in like farewell and all that, he could do some sneaky shit.
Well, there's also risks that if there is a higher power pulling the strings, he might just be a pawn. Perhaps they will see that as an avenue of moving forward.
Not many people come back from the dead.
I'm speaking from experience.
Is that common knowledge? She kind of like sits back.
Come on, you'd ask if someone was like, not many people.
Yeah.
She like undoes her shirt, the collar, and like pulls down.
Go away.
Just pulls down the kind of the flap.
Take
there,
me,
so the,
Yago.
sort of the top half of her like collarbone there, and it is kind of gnarled with scars. Really vicious scars. Like it looks like chunks of flesh were once taken.
Peak.
Speaking from experience, yes.
There we are.
She takes back up.
What happened there?
Need to kill this my entire
I don't
face
like to
every
talk
time.
about it.
No, that's fair enough, but it's in the
Now
conversation, now, isn't it? What happened there?
you shan't be here after taking something like that.
I wasn't here for a little while.
Yeah, exactly. You shouldn't be here. You
How did you come back?
Enum.
Okay. I don't know what that means.
He's the arch-cleric.
Oh. What a guy.
Can you do that? That's pretty cool.
no, I can't.
No arch in the name.
That's a dangerous world to be toying with.
Correct. And it was a great exertion on him. I'm thankful for it, of course, but
When did it happen, if you don't mind me asking?
just over 10 years ago. Not long before the battle.
Fair enough.
I, as a result, was incredibly weak. I couldn't fight on the front lines as I had initially planned to. I was forced to command from a distance.
Sounds like you might have been for the best.
Yeah, who knows what might have happened otherwise. He might never have had the chance.
What?
That's true.
But anyway, I'm bringing the mood down.
Yeah.
Well, no, we asked, to be fair.
I kind of get. Goes without saying. We're not. Barez is going to be fine. I mean, if something happens to him independently, that's
Yeah. If you
sad,
have-
no. But we're not going to.
I dislike him, but I would rather see him go back to the Grimwood.
Of course, we're
You
not
cannot
going.
know, and you cannot be harmed. Those are the two major things.
That's, I think, sensible.
No, that's fair enough. I'm not going to prevent him being harmed, though. I won't harm him, but I'm not going to prevent him being harmed.
Very well. Discretion is key here. She sort of stands up and pulls like a winter coat over herself. You staying here this evening?
I believe so.
I'm going home.
I'll go with him.
Are you?
Takes
Okay.
out a pouch of gold and places it on the table and says, "Room's on me."
Much appreciated, Senator.
Alright, then we'll stay here.
Hey,
Cheers, love.
Yeah.
There's a ball bearing in my hand.
Oh, is that... Okay, thank you. I don't know what that means,
Okay, end of
but
campaign.
I will...
He's giving these ball bearings to 1,000 people, and then he just goes,
They're all just pulled into one spot.
Hi, friends!
Avengers assemble!
What's the point of the ball bearings? I gotta ask.
Maybe you'll receive one day. Didn't you?
don't
I'm
want
going
one.
to leave you to that conversation
It's
and
a pleasure to see you as always.
be on my way. Thank you.
Good evening, Senator.
Yeah.
Take it easy. See you soon.
Closes the curtain behind her and
As she's leaving, I'm just gonna eyes of the grave to detect if she's undead.
okay.
Because
Kind of like focus in on it. Your eyes of the grave pings off. No, she's very much alive. She shouldn't be.
yeah, she shouldn't.
And you were pretty sure of that before, but from casting the eyes of the grave, there's something about her. She once touched the beyond briefly, but entirely. But she's now fully living and breathing.
Yeah, he's witnesses something that, at least as far as he knows, is impossible. That she shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the stuff of legend. There is no accurately reported accounts of this happening, but there is a lot of rumour about Enum. And that's one of the reasons why he's so revered, and he has never outwardly, publicly acknowledged or confirmed that it's true, but there are a lot of people, or were a lot of people at the time of the war that claim to have witnessed it. So there's a lot of whispers, but from that little inkling you got from the Eyes of the Grave, you're now fairly confident that there's truth in it.
Subtle.
What?
Please do not ogle the senator.
That's what I say. Good God.
I'm not ogling.
Were you looking at their backside? Sorry, I've been very quiet. I've been listening.
I don't ogle at the backsides of people.
I love this guy. He's great. He's
Well,
really-
if that conversation is over, I am going to take my bed now.
Nice to
Johan
meet you.
stands up, kind of dusts himself off. Bazivir, may I speak with you briefly
Yes,
before?
of course, I think we have some
very
plans.
good. In your own time. I will be in my room.
Very well.
As he goes Eyes of the Grave.
Also, it is not just the women then, okay.
See, good. Can we go bed?
Everyone's going. Oh, I mean, the senator's paying for our room, so I'm staying here. So you go to bed whenever
I
you
go
want.
into bed.
She gave you enough gold to cover a room each.
Oh,
if you wanted
lovely.
it, yeah.
I'll see you all in the morning.
someone,
Sleep on your stomach or your side.
someone should probably keep an eye on them.
I'm going to stand up and walk over to Iago and just put my hand on your shoulder and be like... And then I'll go upstairs.
So if you did want to share any rooms,
night.
she gave you 25 gold, which is enough for a room each,
glad
or if
you
you want to
remembered.
share rooms, you can have some gold left over. Right?
Oh, fuck's sake.
Why do
We're
you
not
keep doing
forgetting.
that? It's really weird.
I do not know.
Room each. Very well.
Someone should really make sure he doesn't die, though. I'm not volunteering.
Yeah, I'll go ask them to
Well,
send
if he
water.
does, then I suppose we will have to find the Archcleric to sort him out.
That's that's a good point. Imagine that. Can you bring my mate back to life? He was pissed and he choked on
Choked
his
to
own
death on
spoon.
his own voice.
I'm sure the Archcleric would be more than happy to oblige. I've heard stories about him. He's a very sunny and kind character.
Yeah, it's not about just being sunny and kind, though. That is, you are messing with a law of nature. A death is inevitable. It comes for all. That's...
Ah, well, it would appear not if Archcleric Enum's got anything to say about it.
No, but that's not happy. That's worrying.
Well, Broody, when you get a statue made of you, you can have something to say. I'm just going to stand up and go to the bed.
You people, you don't know. Useless.
Well, I'll go pay for my
Useless.
room first and then go to...
Yeah, if you take 5 gold, which is enough to pay for a single room for yourself for one night.
Excuse me, do you have beds where my feet are not going to dangle off the edge?
We do have rooms with king-size beds.
Excellent, that'd be
Yes.
really good, thank you.
Very well.
I'm going to come back down the stairs.
No, you should be in bed.
I forgot to pay.
Oh no, you're... Yes, I assumed you were all paying together.
Yeah.
5 rooms,
Is
please.
this not... Yes? Okay.
Yeah.
Size.
Takes it, counts it out, and hands you a key each.
Here we go.
Alright, good night all. Well, good job done today.
Sleep tight.
I'll see
Some
in
of
the
you
morning.
are on the very top floor, which is at the end of the corridor. There is like a one of those, not quite ladder, but super steep staircases, which goes up to the very top room. So there are a few more rooms like that.
Like I just
Not
say, like the bartender, just send water to his room.
Can do.
He might not drink it, but that would be best.
Good night.
Yes. Well,
Good night, Blink.
I will walk you to your room to ensure that you make it up the stairs.
So you head to
Thank
bed.
you.
You head to bed.
I had the bed.
Okay. Anything else anyone would like to do?
Walk Blink to his room to make sure he gets there alive, and then I acquiesce to Johan's request.
No, yours first.
Okay. So before heading for your sleep,
Yeah.
pop into Johan's room.
I just first of all, as we sat down, I'm going to take that sensor out, and
Okay.
I'm going to cast detect magic first of all to see if it's magical.
Yes, it is.
Cool.
It
Then
does
I'd-
give you an aura.
Sit there for about that hour, then just trying to figure out what it is.
Okay. So it is, after you spend an hour attuning to it, a devotee's sensor, which can be a
Is this the Price is Right or something, is it?
can be a cleric weapon, which also counts as a holy symbol. It does an extra little bit of radiant damage, if I remember rightly, but it also has an effect where you can spend bonus action to get it to emit its incense Any creatures within 10 feet of you get 1d4 of healing
That's cool!
That's
at the
neat.
start of their turn for the next minute. If they are within that 10 feet. But
That's pretty fucking
Devotee's Center.
sick.
Yeah,
Called.
flail. Yeah, devotee center.
What did you wanna do?
Support.
Yes, Iago.
You're just going to clear. Is there a desk in the room?
Yes.
Cool.
It's like a writing desk, one of those pull down, like, yeah.
So, lying in bed, thinking about like the conversation and the stars, and kind of just stands up to look out the window and takes a spyglass out. Just have a little look. Just have a little look up. Clears the desk, puts it down.
Okay.
All these tools. Very Inspector Gadget.
Nice.
Infuses Crank,
Cool.
who also all
Oh,
these
yeah.
tiny little tools, and starts going to work. So there's lots of just
Perfect
kind of
little, like,
drilling sounds and
spanner.
soaring sounds.
Okay, so you
I'm
start
glad I took one
working
of the
on-
upstairs
Starts to
rooms.
take this spyglass apart.
And it's kind of like, you just hear from the other side of the wall. You start disassembling the
Yeah,
spyglass.
lots of kind of. Then eventually, looking up out the window, and fixing it into place.
Fits over the eye.
Nice. And just kind of at that point go to bed.
Cool. Very
With
nice.
it on?
Yeah.
Okay.
It kind of slots into like there's like a. You won't
you
see any of
asking
this. I'll tell you next. Yeah, I'll tell you next. I'll tell you next.
Yeah, you'll see it.
Nice. So you can do his room in the night.
And
That's for beating me.
I will speak to you
Okay.
afterwards because it would have been a everyone leave the room conversation. So I'll speak to you afterwards.
Alright,
Cool.
Shit.
Okay, and that is where we'll pick it
Haha,
up
with the DM.
next week.
Yeah, man, wanna bring